Let's go over the final film in the sequel trilogy, Star Wars Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Star Wars Episode 9 will begin filming this July. JJ Abrams will be directing, and this film will actually be released at the very end of December of 2019. Now, looking at Episode 9 specifically, a couple of days ago, we went over the plot leak with potential spoilers about it. Take it with a grain of salt, but we do have an update on all of this thanks to Making Star Wars France, which, by the way, Making Star Wars both in France and over here, very credible website, go ahead and check them out. However, Making Star Wars France goes over yet another leak that actually involves Star Wars Episode 9 that they believe is to be true. So I translated the whole entire article for you guys. I will be going over parts of it right here now. So if you guys would like to check out the full story, it will be linked below in the description. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to translate it. But nonetheless, guys, take this with a grain of salt and let's get right into it. So, in the beginning it states, a user with the name BothanSpy2 on Reddit said he saw Star Wars concept arts of Episode 9. According to him, a planet having appeared in the 3 episodes of the prequels will return in the last part of the current trilogy. This is Naboo. Still, according to BothanSpy2, the rumor that we would attend Leia's funeral on this planet is totally false. All the Naboo arts concepts he saw are clear and sunny and focus on beaches. Now let me stop right there for a second. You guys may or may not have heard about that rumor about Leia's funeral being on Naboo in Episode 9. I didn't even really bother to talk about it, but according to him, that is indeed false. It goes on to state, another concept art would show an obscure character. Analysis. This is what Making Star Wars France has to say. Several elements allow us to think that this rumor can be true. First, BothanSpy2 does not mention having read any script, only to have seen concept arts. However, in 2014, it was throughout the escape of concept arts that we had the first real infos on the awakening of the Force. They go on to say, then during the shooting of Star Wars The Last Jedi, a Reddit user calling himself BothanSpy had revealed some information about the film, such as a hut on Ahch-To starting in pieces following the use of the Force by Luke in the presence of Rey and Kylo Ren. Now let me stop right there for a second. You guys may remember that guy BothanSpy talking about The Last Jedi, Episode 8 at the time, where when they were filming, he actually described a scene of Luke Skywalker getting very angry and blowing up a hut. That actually came into fruition and ended up to be true, so that's another reason as to why I believe that Making Star Wars France believes in these leaks. So it goes on to state that the so-called Skywalker treatment is simply the right hand cut in every second chapter of the trilogies. Now, in The Last Jedi, we have not seen anyone suffer this mutilation, and yet in the cutscenes, Finn cuts the right hand on Captain Phasma aboard the Supremacy. So what's interesting about all of this, okay, is that it also went over how Finn cut off Captain Phasma's hand. Now, moving on further, alright, as for the return of Naboo, shortly after the announcement of JJ Abrams to the realization and scenario of Episode 9, the director reported wanting to link the 3 trilogies with this film. Perhaps therefore the birthplace of Padme Amidala is one of these elements. Stay tuned to Making Star Wars France for more information on Star Wars Episode 9. So that's all they had to say. It's a very interesting piece for sure. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and translate it. Now, another reason as to why I believe that there's a lot of valid points in this is everything that has to do with Naboo in Episode 9. Now, you guys may or may not remember this, but 3, maybe 4 months ago, we went over one of the locations that Disney was actually scouting for a possible location in Star Wars Episode 9. One of those spots was specifically a city over in Spain. Now, in the prequel trilogy, they actually used the city of Theed over in Naboo. They shot over in Spain for the prequel trilogy. So looking at all of this, the fact that they shot over in Spain for Naboo in the prequel trilogy, and the fact that they scouted over in Spain for Star Wars Episode 9, things seem to be adding up a little bit here. But once again, guys, like I say, take it with a grain of salt. Try not to think about it too much, but it is something to really talk about for sure. If we are indeed going back to Naboo, this most definitely does explain the reason as to why JJ Abrams is trying to combine all three trilogies into one movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.